It's .com, sunlux.com.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Your home with the eyes in the front and the back of the head to chase away evil forces. Remove the weak and eat it instead. So long as you bring the offerings. He's got the ashe I can't deny. I am a witness, I'll testify. This song, my oriki, my sacrifice to the one who can do and undo.
Often people see appeasement as part of an asymmetrical relationship, a poor marriage or a poor social relationship. But appeasement is much more of a complicated interaction, and where the other individual, the aggressor one or the controlling person, basically doesn't think that anything's going on that's wrong, that there is getting enough cues that the person's okay. From my perspective, that appeasement is not just doing or fulfilling the will of the other, it's giving the other cues that you're on board, that you're interacting with them. So there is a duplicitous aspect to it, and not merely, you win, I'm now appeasing you. So I think that's something totally different when you give up and you no longer are a force. I'm actually writing a paper on this where I'm talking to 3 different people who've been abducted, and there's books about all 3 of them now. And all 3 of them have a tremendous resentment to the concept of the Stockholm Syndrome. Because the Stockholm Syndrome is basically where people have been abducted and they've been told that you must have loved the guy. And appeasement is something different as you start investigating from these people's experiences. Appeasement is a very skillful neurobiological strategy of survival, which provides sufficient cues to, let's say, the aggressor or the predator, whatever term we want to use, to make that individual believe that they can trust you. So in dealing with abductive people, they were literally cueing the other person that they're not going to run away, they're not going to...
Listen, you think I'm going to take my foot off the gas? Absolutely freaking not. transactional kindness, transactional empathy, cognitive empathy, intellectual empathy, transactional agreeableness, graciousness, courteousness, politeness, all of it. All of it is for sale. It's all for sale. I'm going to bring it all the way home tonight. Because I'm tired of fake, sweet people. People who play the role of sweet and genteel and kind, but really are closer to sociopaths. As the clip just outlined, right? It's a strategy for survival, right? Why do you need to survive in that way? Anybody that is unhealed is in survival mode, in my opinion. So what did mama do? Mama didn't have the tools. So what did mama do? Mama, a good mama, teaches their children how to navigate through the world without bumping into their wounds. What, Zoe? Yes, yes. Don't speak up. Don't be your authentic self. She might not say it that way, but that's what she's saying when she's saying, you know, guess what? Honey gets more than salt. Being sweet, being kind, right? Being respectful. I know y'all not ready for it. It costs you nothing to be nice. Childhood fables, mama-isms, and wives' tales that create miscreants. It's an unpopular opinion, I know. It costs you everything to be nice because performances are never free. They're transactional. The root word, or the etymological root of the word nice, goes back to early French, from the Latin, necessus, meaning ignorant. Yes, nice means ignorant. So what is the true cost for lacking knowledge and authenticity in relationships? This is going to be deep tonight. Because that show the person puts on for you that makes you feel as if they are affable, considerate, thoughtful, good-natured, likable, even benevolent. It is a performance. Because all you got to do is catch wind of them upset and dealing with somebody from their past or somebody in their family that they not cool with. And the way they deal with them will eventually be the way they deal with you if you and they run aground. Question. Was mama teaching us how to navigate the world with an untouched/unhealed wound? Was teaching us how to be nice/inauthentic part of her strategy? True or false? Hurt people always want something. Healed people don't. Get to your phone lines, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. I want to shout out Daryl from Los Angeles. Daryl, you should call in and tell everybody about the round table. I forgot to shout you out a couple weeks ago because you did show up at the round table. It was great meeting you, good brother. Let's go deeper. Is the act of being nice a symptom of a person in survival mode and thus performative in nature? Is there a difference between being nice, i.e., ignorant, and kind? Or is this just semantics? What is the difference between being nice and kind? Right? Being kind versus being nice. You hear women talk about it all the time. The nice guy is not really a nice guy. We walk through all of these narcissistic episodes. We unveiled everything about narcissism. Well, not everything, but a lot of things. And one of those things is the nice guy tries to perform nice in exchange for what he wants ultimately, right? So he's not really nice. He's actually fishing. He's grooming. He's cultivating, right? So he can get something. So he can soften her to the point where he gets his desired outcome, right? How do you resolve enmeshment trauma? Is being nice merely a function of fawning due to an adverse childhood experience? What consequences can create enmeshment? Yikes. In what ways does your partner place a price tag on your performative niceness? Listen, come on, man. Why do you think there's so many I'm going to take something away from you in relationship? Right? Men do it to women, women do it to men. What I used to do, I'm not doing no more. I'm going to take it away. As a punitive measure. Before, whatever you were giving was considered to be considerate, generous, likable. Why is it that we can take away the best qualities of ourselves in a heartbeat? 1-800-920-1580. Are you performing nice? Yee. What do the perceived gains from performative niceness, aka fawning, ultimately cost the actor or the actress? 1-800-920-1580. This is going to be deep. See, okay, let me just answer this question for you real quick. Do you know why I do these type of shows? Because the more I learn, the more I read, the more I study, the more I listen to the greats in this field of relationships and psychology and all my clinicians, the more I pay attention, the more it appears to me that the average person walking into relationship is completely psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally blind, deaf, and dumb. To what? Themselves. So here I am. We got transactional kindness. Hasn't it ever dawned on any of you that a person who claims to love you, boy, like cream of wheat on Sunday morning with cinnamon, nutmeg, butter, honey, that carnation pet milk. Remember that pet milk? Listen, claim to love will act as if they never knew you if things go bad in a relationship. And you be thinking to yourself, what? You? Yeah, them. It was all performative. So this is why it is so astronomically weird, and people will come to me and say, "Zo, you're a little off on the love thing." I had a brother try to debate me about love. Well, you look at where you live. Well, you know, relationships and the emotional stuff, that it was really about business and family. And okay, I understand the dowry. I understand biblical times. Do you know you have a frontal lobe? And the frontal lobe is for higher functions? Brothers be talking as if the limbic system is the only part of the brain. Do you know that's the old brain, the reptilian brain, the survival brain? You know that, right? That brain is athletic. What does that mean, Zo? Fight, flight, or freeze. That's danger brain. Do you understand? If you're in your athletic brain, trying to relate to a woman, she will never be safe around you. And if she's never safe around you, she can never be intimate with you. Right? He in the limbic system. This is where all your desires, passion, addictions, everything is right there in that limbic system. Right? Survival mode. Your frontal lobe is the newest part of your brain. And it is unathletic. Why? Because that's where thinking resides. That's where processing resides. Wait, hold on. Let me see what this means. But when you're in a situation where there's fight, flight, or freeze, do you know your old survival brain, the limbic system, or what they call the reptilian brain, can actually hijack your frontal lobe? It's called frontal lobe hijack. In other words, we can't think right now. I got to get us out of here. Brother, if you're in a relationship with a woman in that mind, well, love ain't got no place in relationship. What? So how do you heal your psychological wounds? How do you heal your traumas? How do you accept the mirror reflection that's coming to you, which is your personal curriculum, your internal curriculum? How do you deal with that? So again, could mom have taught us to protect these wounds by being pretentious, polite, nice, so that we can navigate without being detected? Oh, Lord, when I come forward, I'm opening the phone lines. I need to talk to folks. Are you real in your relationship? Or are you real nice, trying to get something because you still hurt? When I come forward, we gonna cook it up.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1893 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1893p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed an 1893 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1893 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 131 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-473-3993. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-473-3993 now to secure your 1893p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-473-3993.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 climate justice campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had leaf filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Representing it here tonight. Hold on.
How can I explain myself? You said you cared for me,
Louisiana. Murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up to, you know? Yeah. Everybody get your roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let that thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable. With your phone out, gotta hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you Fable. And you showing off, but it's alright. And you showing off, but it's alright. It's a short life, yeah. That's a real one in your reflection. Without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these. You gotta be nice for what to these. I understand. You got 100 bands. You got a baby bands. You got some bad friends. High school pics. You was even bad then. You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense. You already had them. Work at 8 a.m. Finish round 5. All down. You don't see them outside. Yeah, they don't really be the same offline. You know dog days.
One of the most common reasons that people come and seek psychotherapy really is because they're too agreeable. What that means is they're not assertive enough. They haven't integrated their capacity for aggression, and so other people can push them around, and they're very conflict avoidant. And so the consequences of that across time is that you don't stand up for yourself well enough, and you get taken advantage of, and that spirals badly downward. And so partly what you do when
you're too agreeable, you don't stand up for yourself, and then you get taken advantage of. But here's the bigger piece. Not only are you a co-creator of that reality, you engage in blame shifting when you get taken advantage of. You shouldn't take advantage of whoopty, and you put yourself out there as food. And then you get mad when you get bit. I know you don't want to hear it tonight. I'm going to say something, and this is the real, honest truth. You were not raised to be authentic, especially as black people in America. Bobby Glanton Smith, one of my closest friends, Bobby's 69 or something. Bobby told me of a time when a black man went on a job interview, he had to cast his eyes to the ground and showed the utmost respect to the person that was hiring if he wished to get a job washing dishes. Do you understand? You think Bobby wasn't raised by a mama who didn't love him? She taught him how to navigate around his wounds. Understand what I'm saying. Facing your wounds is part of your spiritual maturation. In all of the spiritual doctrines, Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Christism, how you think you're going to reach Christ consciousness if you're not self-aware? How you going to get to self-actualization if you don't come to terms with the self? And then ask yourself, how you going to be in a damn relationship and you busy protecting wounds by being pretentious and fake pleasant to other people? Go ahead, Andy.
You know, it's funny that you even said that, because I was just thinking about the idea of being professional. In a lot of ways, I feel like it's fake.
Who got a code switch more, white people or black people at work?
And we're already taught not to be emotional, too.
Come on.
So off the rip.
Do you see? You fake everywhere. Oh, you get mad at Zoe now, huh? I wrote a book called A Holographic Relationship. I said everything that has ever happened to you is inscribed on your spirit the same way everything that a black hole consumes is inscribed in binary code, in a Dinka code. Yeah, the same codes we use for browsing on our computer. Everything that a black hole consumes is inscribed on the event horizon. The edge of the black hole. Once you cross the event horizon, that's the point of no return. Gravity is so strong, not even light can get outside of it. Now, look at it from a relationship perspective, a philosophical perspective. You have a relationship event horizon. Everything that has ever happened to you is inscribed on your relationship event horizon. And you think by wearing Carl Jung's mask that none of that is going to seep past the performance of I'm okay, I'm cool, I like you, I'm pleasant, I'm sweet, I'm empathetic. No, you crazy. And you don't want to acknowledge it. But I will. Oh, yes, Lord, I will. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines in a world where the adage, it costs you nothing to be nice, is ingrained in childhood fables and societal expectations. A deeper exploration reveals the hidden toll of performative niceness. On tonight's topic, this show, we will delve into the intersection of investment trauma and performative niceness as mechanisms of survival, shedding light on the complexities of relationships, authenticity, and the lingering effects of enmeshment trauma. The act of being nice, often perceived as a virtue, virtue means the truth. Veritas, the truth. Virtue means true. When I come forward, Lord, I'm going to continue cooking this fish. We got a fish fry tonight.
That's a real one in your reflection. Without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these. You gotta be nice for what to these. I understand.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is meeting with college leaders amidst ongoing pro-Palestinian protests aiming to prevent escalation. Adams, who is black, emphasizes that schools like Columbia and NYU are for education, not managing volatile situations. He warns of outside agitators inciting violence, urging schools to tighten security and identify non-students on campus. President Biden is set to speak at the commencement ceremony for one of the country's top historically black colleges. Biden will speak at Morehouse College for the ceremony scheduled on Sunday, May 19th. Posts on social media have been calling for students at the college to stage a walkout in protest of Biden's support for Israel. Biden has reiterated support for the country in the wake of the Israel-Hamas war. Both Biden and former President Trump have been campaigning around Georgia to influence black voters in the state. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. How does 3 months of free electricity and a lifetime of energy savings sound? Well, it's yours when you go solar with Sunlux. Learn more at sunlux.com, sunlux.com.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
It's time for California Community College's Black Student Success Week. This week-long event, held April 22nd through the 26th, is an opportunity to focus on innovative approaches to ensuring Black and African American students succeed in their educational pursuits. Black Student Success Week 2024, building a better future together. The urgency is now. For more information, visit blackstudentsuccess.com. That's blkstudentsuccess.com.
Hey, LA residents, it's planting season and the perfect time to get shade trees growing around your home. LADWP and City Plants are giving every resident up to 7 free trees. That's right, 7 free trees delivered right to your door. Trees are great for the environment, help improve air quality, and can help you save on your bill when you use less air conditioning to stay cool indoors. Learn more at ladwp.com/free trees. That's ladwp.com/free trees.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
City of Los Angeles, tenants and landlords participating in the Emergency Renters Assistance Program, beware of scammers. Notifications about your application will only come from the City of LA in emails ending in lacity.org. Protect yourself. Contact the LA Housing Department by email at lahd.erap@lacity.org or call 866-557-7368 to check communications you receive about the program. You can also verify your application status at housing.lacity.org. That's housing.lacity.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Sweet love, got me crawling out your line. I feel no shame, I'm in love. Sweet
well enough and you get taken advantage of, and that spirals badly downward. And so partly what you do when you're doing assertiveness training with people is you find out what they're angry about. And they're usually angry if they're not assertive enough because other people are taking advantage of them, or you could say because they're not putting their own necessities forward with enough force. It's hard to distinguish between those two things. But anyways, you get them to talk about what they're angry about. That often makes them cry, often many times. And then you get them to kind of envision what they would want to have instead, which they're often afraid to do because people are afraid to think about what they want, because that makes it more clear when they're not getting it, and that's painful, right? Or maybe they're afraid of hoping, so they won't specify a clear aim. But anyways, you get them to think about what they might want instead. You get them to think about the costs of not pursuing that, and then you help them develop strategies for integrating their aggression with their thinking so that they can come up with a plan to approach the world in a more confident way. So for example, someone might come to me and say, I'm being bullied badly at work. And so then I'll say, well, what are your options? Do you have to put up with it? Well, we'll figure that out, because maybe you do. Maybe you don't have options. But here's how to find out. Get your damn CV together so it's pristine, right? It's ready to go. Get over your fear of a new interview, because people are generally afraid of that. Get over your fear of applying for a new job. Start thinking about what it would mean to have a different job. Start thinking about what it would mean to have a better job.
All he's saying is take personal inventory, then take action. If you put what Dr. Peterson is saying in relationship context, look at what you've done to co-create the situation you do not want, then take proactive steps into changing yourself. Do you see? Do you know what the average person does? They leave the relationship as the same person. Do you understand? How is it? How do I know? Because if you leave the relationship with the residue of blaming them, that means you haven't done any claiming work. Claiming work will say, this is what you're responsible for. This is what you need to do. This is what you could have done. This was a missed opportunity for you here, 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 and here. If you change this about yourself, you don't have to have these deep philosophical conversations about who you are and what you want. You'll start magnetizing it because you've become something different. Wait a minute, Zoe, how does that work? Joseph Campbell had something called the hero's journey. Y'all remember me talking about that? You start at the origin point. The hero leaves his ordinary. What is your ordinary? The people that raised you, the community you were raised in, the home you were raised in, the schools you were raised in, the parents that raised. That's your normal. That's your ordinary. And like Luke Skywalker, you meet a mentor, typically in school, typically in relationships. Somewhere along your walk, you meet somebody, and that is the beginning of what Joseph Campbell called the call to action or the call to adventure. A relationship is a call to adventure because now your ordinary is clashing with somebody else's ordinary, but your ordinaries are somehow compatible, right? You go through a little something, a mentor shows up and say, hey, you did that wrong. This look, you got to go this way, and this you got to look at it from this perspective, just like Obi-Wan. All our mentors and Obi-Wans are on the YouTube now. But do you understand? But by the time you get back home, just like Luke Skywalker, just like Peter Parker, just like Neo in the Matrix, you come back transformed. If you go home and you got the same values and beliefs that you had when you left, you did no work. Relationship's supposed to put you through it so you can come through it as opposed to avoiding it. Come on, I don't know. Okay, we got callers on the line. Somebody taught you how to be nice. Somebody taught you how to code switch in relationships so you can get what you want, which is the desired outcome. Oh, Lord, here we go. Callers, your brother Zoe Williams is ready to talk. Let's get it. Sean, Oakland, California. Get in here.
Hey, brother Zoe. So, a powerful conversation. So, first on code switching, right? I mean, because I'm a white guy, I understand to this extent. You know, we had back in the day ebonics, right? I didn't like that term because, you know, the thing of it is I happened to be good in sports back in the day, right? So I had to go to the places where everyone was playing, you know, at a higher level. And you understood kind of like a code. The same thing in baseball where it could be, you'll understand the unspoken language. Someone could just give you a look, give you a nod, give you we have signs, right? To steal bases, that kind of thing, where you're looking at the coach. And you may not, the code might be, the coach gives you the sign to look at someone else. And if that other person has his hand on the hip, that's when you steal. I mean, this is, when it comes to relationships, just remember this, people, you got to be authentic, except I agree, brother, because my mom does the same thing. My mom's 82. I look at her. I go there as she's close by, and I get, fired up on all kinds of political things. And I won't talk about that tonight, but she'll tell me, tone that down, because you have some people helping you a lot that they may not be savvy enough to understand all that stuff, but they're helping you. You know what I'm saying? But don't overdo it because you might offend them. And I'm like, but Mom. And she's like, understand what I'm saying. Okay, you're helping them, by giving them a job, and you don't want to offend them. And I'm like, damn, I really want to offend them, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Why do you don't shoot yourself in your own foot, right? I'll put my foot down, brother Zoe, if someone is a misogynist or racist or anything, even if it's in my own family. Thank goodness I don't have to deal with that. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to general life, take it easy on people, because maybe everyone isn't at your, thought process. Maybe everyone isn't, at your same place, and you need to make this whole thing work in community.
Yes. Hey, let me just say, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, my friend, for telling the truth. We appreciate you. Oakland, California in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Is being too nice and people-pleasing and all of that madness, is this a form of walking on eggshells? When we come forward, the voice of reason keeps the phone lines lit.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month. If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
City of Los Angeles landlords, verify your tenant's Emergency Renters Assistance Program status today. Tenants approved for rental assistance are protected from eviction for non-payment of rent through May 31st, 2024. Approved rental assistance applications protect tenants from eviction for non-payment of rent. Refusing to accept rental assistance based on their source of income is illegal under law and can be used as a defense in an eviction case. Check your tenant's application status now at housing.lacity.org. That's housing.lacity.org.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Love and happiness. Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah. Love. Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, talking about how she can make it right. Yeah, happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love and happiness.
Come on now, Bree. Hey. The Voice of Reason and his playlist back in the building. Got an amazing topic tonight. We got callers from all over the country. Houston, Pensacola, Florida, Indianapolis. Let's get it. Let's go to Houston, Texas. We got Attila on the line. Attila from Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts?
Well, hello there.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey. We turned up tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Much appreciated. Loving it. Loving the commentary. So I wanted to talk about something that I mentioned in the chat, which was chasing your tail. I think it was Ida asked me, like, what does that mean? Can you explain what that means? So I think in the context of niceness, it's that compulsive need to offer something, to be of help all the time, to be of service. Because in real truth, you don't know how to be anything else. And so, yeah, and so you mentioned walking on eggshells as well. And I find it ironic. And when I really think about my past actions, walking on eggshells for people who can't even afford your shoes is ludicrous. They have no idea what it's like to be you, what it means to be you, what the price you've had to pay to come to a certain point, especially in search of authenticity, is crazy. That is ludicrous. You're walking in Louis Vuittons and they trying to tell you to walk on eggshells. What? Like,
wrong.
Never that.
Wrong. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Come on.
What are you talking about that?
Yes.
And so I think the biggest thing when we're talking about ridding ourselves of, like I said, compulsive niceness to the point where you are upset and frustrated at yourself, you have to get to a certain point where you're so sick of yourself that you don't really care who you offend, in a sense. And I'm not saying go out and be rude, but I'm saying that you have to recognize what you're dealing with and look in the mirror. Like you said, take accountability for the role that you've played in things. And that alone to me is enough to fuel your change. But it's also scary. I mean, we haven't even talked about fear yet. Fear keeps people from stopping people pleasing.
Talk about it.
Because, okay, if I'm scared that if you see the real me or the authentic side of who I actually am, then I can't really be, how do I say this? I can't guarantee that I'm going to continue to get the little crumbs that I've been getting because I don't know how you're going to react, right? So, I mean, I guess my thing is like, but you're hungry though. So it just doesn't really make sense. You have to eventually get sick of yourself. And I don't think a lot of people are ready to do that. Just for the simple fact that
now I gotta ask
walking.
you. Wait, I gotta ask you. Now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Go ahead.
I gotta ask.
No, it's fine.
If you've ever done this, if you've ever done something that you didn't want to do because you wanted to get positive reinforcement for the person you're doing it for, are you not a co-creator of the mess you actually do not want?
Oh, no, you absolutely are. You absolutely are. But it's like it's a feedback loop.
Do you see what I'm saying? How many times I really didn't want to do that, but I know you like it, so I did it because you like it.
Right.
What in
what they're really saying, it's not I did it because you like it. It's I did it because I like what you give me because you like it. I did it because I like the reinforcement and the feedback that you give me because you like it. That's why I did it. Because I guarantee you, if that person changed their reaction to the things that you've always done, you'll start doing something new. So, I mean, I say all that to say it's really sad because I think that a lot of us are conditioned to not even really recognize the difference between someone who is not really nice, fake nice, versus people who are truly, genuinely, authentically nice. And so as a manifester, human design, I could definitely recognize that. Like, I feel like half of the time, sometimes people have a certain perception of me that don't even be true. And so I had to really adopt the idea that, like, again, why am I walking on eggshells for people who can't afford my shoes? You have no idea what it's like. And so in my opinion, instead of trying to figure out and, pick me apart, perhaps you should get your own pair of shoes. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
So let me hit you with this. Leveling up is not getting what you want so you can be at peace. That's not leveling up. Leveling up is being torn down so you can rebuild. See, sometimes you need the materials. I know people don't want to hear this. I got to say it. Sometimes the material that you have, you've misappropriated it. So a relationship will come in and tear all of that down so you can reorganize the material you have. Many times we look at that as a bad relationship, when in fact, that relationship was step one in your elevation. Had you stayed the same way, you would not have grown. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, that sounds good, but not if I'm an appeasement hoarder.
Sometimes you have to find someone who challenges the appeasement in you.
I completely agree. I am that person. I am that person that is going to be like, yo, what is going on? And I welcome that type of feedback, but I recognize too that if I haven't started off authentically with someone, then I can't necessarily expect them to magically become authentic with me. So I think that's the other piece. We want this authenticity from other people. We're trying to drain, this real life force out of someone when we've given nothing but fake performances. It doesn't work like that.
Come on, keep cooking.
I mean, this is a big part of the reason why I hate that question. Well, what are you looking for in a man or in a relationship? I tell the dude, I don't know. Because my thing is this, you're not going to shape, shift, and form what I would like you to be. I wouldn't be talking to you if I didn't find you interesting. So I don't even understand that question. Right. Personally, I would rather have experiences with people that are authentic and we can decide what it is that we agree on and what we don't and just kind of keep it moving. But this idea of trying to make yourself fit someone else's puzzle is mind-boggling. But again, it's conditioning. We are conditioned to fit into people's lives instead of creating a new environment with that person.
But this is why inauthenticity should be normalized. We should embrace it. That's what the whole WHIPS concept is about. I'm a work in progress. Do not have aggrandized expectations of me, nor I of you.
Yeah.
Do you see? When we come forward, we going back to Houston, Texas. This getting good.
Love and happiness. Love and happiness. Be good to me, and I'll be good to you. We'll be together, to see each other, walk away with victory.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. New York